Body Blazers presents Wiki Warcraft 2, and it is the hot seat that Talrand had suggested. Talrand, one of the best up and coming versus Team Dynasty Virus, the best of the old school. Who's your ally, Seppi? Yeah, I got none because this is a 1v1. Talrand versus Virus. The excitement levels bubbling up to way past it should be because holy cannoli, I can't wait to see this game. Talrand is so dang good at Warcraft 2 and nobody from the old school knows it. Well, they're about to learn because this is a small 9 versus Talrand. Talrand, the best of the Brazilians, even though he resides in Los Angeles. He's the #1 ladder rank spot holder, and Team Dynasty Virus hasn't been able to claim that in about 20 years. So he's in for a shellacking from Talrand. Talrand doesn't even understand how good he is. He should be talking a lot more smack, but normally all he has to say is how he had such a good day from interacting with Warcraft 2 players and how much appreciation he has for every single one of them. Because yes, Talrand is that good of a guy. Wiki Warcraft 2. Oh my gosh, it's a small 9 versus 9 battle. Here's Talrand with the miggity micro to knock my socks off. And no, Team Dynasty Virus able to slip in with the barracks. Not good for Talrand. Talrand had it under control, but there, with one slight slip up, he's against a two-time world champion of the world. Wiki Warcraft 2 champion. So that is that with a miggity micro of legends. He places that barracks right in the gold flow, and Talrand suddenly is at a disadvantage. He's gonna need to set up shop at the 11 o'clock spot. And then he was going to build himself a couple of guard towers, it looks like, down there in order to stave up future attacks. But wait, there's more. As our barracks is being repaired here from Team Dynasty Virus, he's gonna get the catapult attack. The barracks merely is a proxy barracks. He's gonna cancel it as expected and then start himself some farms. Wants to get all of the pig spit that pigs would be doing very good to have a pig farm there. So lots of fertilizer from that pig spit, and then he's gonna plant himself some whatever the grunts like to eat, probably pigs. All right, here's a tower from. It's gonna support his catapults to come out and put himself in a commanding lead in this game. It all came down to that, just barely a bit of an early move from that peon early on to allow that barracks to get off there and force Talrand to start mining at the 11 o'clock spot. So there is a bit of mining going down here at the 9, but not as much as he would have had to hoped for earlier. Without that initial harassment, a second pig farm completed right in that gold flow right there. And then that peon will fall. What a brave peon. I'd like to raise this toast to that peon and all the action that he gave us in the world of Wiki Warcraft 2. And about 10 seconds of silence too. No, about 4. Alright, that 4 seconds of silence was brought to you by every single fallen Warcraft 2 peon, peasant, Warcraft 2 player, even you, Acid Ninja. Yes, we want to have a moment of silence as we just did have for all of you. We're talking you, Choppy, Adam, War 2 t-shirt. Wait, he hasn't passed on yet, but he did go to bed, so we're talking about you, too. Alright, here comes the axe. Upgrade. So that leaves Virus likes to do this from the small 9. Upgrade his grunts, so he's going to probably do a chop out. Here's the second barracks, indicating he wants to build himself plenty of grunts. So as he's already got a commanding lead in this game with that early racks off on his 9 o'clock opponent, he's going to start repairing this barracks, and then he'll prepare to chop out. Where will he chop through? Talrand already doing a bit of probing action. Gonna get himself a peon kill in the southern sections here, or not. Maybe that peon shall survive. There are 2 peons there. Yes, the peons will survive. Talrand's doing some kind of a group up with his grunts. What is that peon doing? What a brave peon. No, he's being chased by the the grunt, so it won't survive. Too bad. That's just too bad. Every once in a while you got to have a peon who sacrifices himself for the good of the colony. But he's doing the old loop around. Maybe he'll make it back to the side of town. No grunts nowhere near being chopped out. So wherever they chop through, is it going to be the 9 o'clock position? He's doing his group up like it is going to be actually right above there. If he does, wow, this is Team Dynasty Virus's chop out. That's a super cool way to chop out. If you too want to be super cool, then you should be a body blazer. But if you're not a body blazer, at least watch Wiki Warcraft 2 videos with Team Dynasty Virus, because he definitely knows how to knock my socks off many a dang times in the world of Wiki Warcraft 2, just as he's gearing up to do versus Talrand. He's 2 championship rings shining, sparkling right now. You can kind of hear the clicks on his keyboard because his fingers are that heavy from having to bear the weight of those championship rings. Seppi with the lag. He must be in his kitchen again with that 5-year-old sugar trying to get himself some tea. Oh my gosh, Equinox, you're right. He does love tea. That's why he's in the kitchen with sugar. Oh, I just now realized it. He was actually getting tea. Holy cannoli. Equinox knows Seppi like the back of his hand. Actually, even better than the back of his hand, because Equinox's back of his hand always changes from the different levels of Wiki Warcraft 2 playing. Sometimes it's massive, and sometimes he doesn't play a whole lot of Warcraft 2 or do a whole lot of Kenshi TV like right now. But I'm really grateful that he's here witnessing this Warcraft 2 with us and pointing out Seppi's tea addiction. All right, here comes the 2 catapult rush, and he's gonna be able to take down whatever tower his opponent built. If his opponent even built the tower, I'm not 100% sure that is the case. And this barracks is gonna fall. There is a guard tower there, which is laughable. Not a whole lot a guard tower can do against all these grunts and catapults. And there with the double catapult barrage, and this is going to be a GG. We do see maybe at the 2 o'clock spot or something like that, there might have been an expansion. And actually, the grunts surrounding this group of grubments, but it's going to get the catapult kill off, so this is going to prolong the game. So Team Dynasty WG making this game go on and on and on and on. So we're going to have to fast forward here into the future. Oh, WG scouting out this 3 o'clock spot here. Pretty good stuff. So there's a large peon transfer, but what's he going to do? There's already an early scout out from a WG. So WG might actually pick up the big V in this win for victory. Lots of grunts moving here to make sure that 12 o'clock spot is a-okay. So, and that's what he's going to choose to do, is go to this 12 o'clock spot. And then he'll try to secure that 3 o'clock, but he knows that any kind of incoming attack is going that way. And that'll give enough bucks for the bloodlust. His mind has now exploded, but Team Dynasty Virus not sitting in a bad position. Still, WG has made more of a comeback than we had earlier expected. Or this is actually Talrand. Silly me. Talrand is actually here. And Talrand's been putting up quite the fight. Will he defeat Team Dynasty Virus? This might just be bad for Team Dynasty Virus. I forgot he was against the notorious Talrand. But Virus looking like he's going to be able to clean this up. He has enough to secure, and there's the attack. But the reality is that Virus was able to actually transfer his peons up there, and Bloodlust has arrived for his opponent. Talrand is gonna take this game. I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Talrand was defeated, and I had to do the time warp into the future. But the future is now, and that means Bloodlusted overs for Talrand, the Wiki Warcraft 2 king of now. And if they must have had, he'd probably have himself a championship ring on if they were still doing Warcraft 2 championships. Talrand, such a great Warcraft 2 player, and putting that on display right now. The 2-time champion over here does actually have his 12 o'clock spot up and operational, but nowhere near Bloodlust, so he needs to keep this well hidden. Hopefully for him, he can counter these ogres down here at the small 9 before they completely wipe out his 12 o'clock spot. But because the anonymity of his 12 o'clock spot has been so good for him, he might be able to. He's just now having these gold ducats flow in here, but the home base is now what's under assault. So Team Dynasty Virus about to be taken to GG Town from Talrand, as predicted. I couldn't believe it. Team Dynasty Virus can't believe it. He had this game on lockdown, and I thought so too. But Talrand is the future of Warcraft 2, and he's been laying down the law among the Brazilians, who's just increase their skill level to just exponentially. And now we can see why. Because this Talrand, you shouldn't have let him play with you. Silent Farts and all these well-known Warcraft 2 players, Kyle and because Talrand is simply a beast now, and he's really unstoppable in the world of Warcraft 2. It's true that Team Dynasty Virus did have the small 9, which is a very inconvenient spot to have, but he had it against the 9, and that's not a problem. 9 for our Brazilian beast, Talrand. One of the nicest guys in Warcraft 2, obviously a little too dang humble, because he's really laying down the law here in this Wiki Warcraft 2 game. Is those of us that watch the Warcraft 2 ladder, we've realized, we know that Ragnar and Talrand. In fact, Ragnar had to wait. He'd snatch his title of #1 spot from Talrand, but before Ragnar was able to make it up to that skill level, nobody could defeat Talrand off that #1 spot. So if you watch the ladder like we do, we've actually witnessed Wiki Warcraft 2 legendary legends of the future Talrand just demolishing all Warcraft 2 players. Now don't think that he isn't invincible at chess, because I've beat him at chess before. Ha 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 ha. And he is a very tall person, the tallest Randall, I believe, is his name. That's not his name. I think Lucas actually would be his real name, but Randall, tallest Randall is what we here call him in Warcraft 2. But the bust through, punching the defensive ogres in the face in this 12 o'clock spot is in for some trouble. Ouch, says Seppi, and ouch is right. Talrand with the beatdown of the Wiki 2-time world champion, who's got to run away for the fear of his own life, as his 12 o'clock is now under threat. He builds himself some more barracks with the thought that maybe he could survive, but he's not gonna survive. This is gonna be a GG. The Peon Defense Squad moves in to take matters into their own hands, and holy cannoli, are they able to do it? Will Team Dynasty Virus's peons be enough to squash this assault? That ogre's got a lot of hit points, but it actually might have actually just got that job done, and DD has, so he's kept himself in this game by defending blow-lusted ogres with peons. And remember, the 11 o'clock spot has yet to expand, and here's the expansion. Has Talrand just handed the game to his opponent barely? This is such a very close game, ladies and gentlemen. Wiki Warcraft 2 two-time world champion Team Virus definitely shaking in his booties for a little bit there, but he might have pulled victory right out of the jaws of defeat here in this game. The game marches on, and Team Dynasty Virus moves in for the kill, trying to demolish all of Talrand's mining opportunities. The 12 o'clock was just barely surviving. A lot of these peons are very weak, so he's going to set up shops, a couple of barracks here, but there's the GG from Talrand. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time. Wiki Warcraft 2.